Hey everybody, and welcome to my live. This is G Free, and today we're going to be making some blueberry muffins. And these muffins taste like cake. Now, the first time I made these muffins, I made them with the whole cranberry sauce, but they didn't have any at the store today. So I had blueberries on hand, so I'm gonna make them with the blueberries. And we're gonna start off with 2 cups of flour, this one, and I've only made this once. Hi Joshua, welcome to the live. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so there's our 2 cups of flour. Oops, making a mess already. 2 cups of flour, here's a teaspoon of salt. Oh, a half a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm following a recipe, something that I hardly ever do, but I did it once and they came out delicious. Hey, Rocky, welcome to the live. We're making blueberry muffins today. Half a teaspoon of salt. And okay, this was 2 teaspoons of baking powder. It was supposed to be. I don't have baking powder. I have baking soda. So it's not even going to be 1 teaspoon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, because if you're substituting, you're supposed to use 1/3 of what you would use. So that's about 3/4. Oops. And that's 3/4 for sure. Blueberries are New Jersey state capital? Wait a second. What are you saying there, Joshua? I thought that Trenton was the state capital. Is it not? Wait a second. Let me put my glasses on. I could be wrong. Hammontown is New Jersey's state capital? That's interesting. I used to live in Jersey quite some time. Emperor, welcome into the live. And thanks for the hearts. Thanks for showing love. Thank you. Same to you. Hey, James Money. How you doing? We're making blueberry muffins today. Now I'm just mixing in this flour mixture. I think that's good enough. And to that, we're adding, I have more than a 1/2 cup of butter in here because the first time I made this, I used too much butter and it was so good. I was supposed to have the recipe and I forgot to have the butter. So I have almost a cup of butter in here. Not quite, just shy of a cup. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 cups of sugar. Let me wipe this off. So we don't want to get flour. Well, actually, I'm pouring it in here, so there's no chance of that. 3/4 cups of sugar and 2 large eggs. Oops, that's That's about 3/4 cups. Don't want to put that in front of the camera. And I have my butter in here. And I'm going to mix this in with my little blender here because it's battery operated. Mix it like this, and then I'll just turn it on. And you're supposed to mix it until it looks creamy. Ooh. Okay, I'll say that's good. And then we'll add 2 eggs. Hey, Jazzy. You see me making a mess over here? We're going to add 2 eggs to that. Mix that in. I'm going to keep it on low this time. I might go to medium. I don't know. Okay, we'll take it up a little notch. Get it to high. And just try not to make too much of a mess. So I make sure it's all mixed together. I don't know if any of you guys saw my Dalgona coffee fiasco. Well, actually, I didn't make a mess. It just never did quite froth. Although I use this to make whipped cream, so I know it can get frothy. I think that's mixed together enough. Ooh, this is kind of fun. Oh, there we go. Now it's getting really creamy. This is a handy little tool. I have a stick blender, but I'm going to stick this to the side. And there, nothing should touch that ever. So to this mixture, we are going to add the flour, but gradually. In 3 portions, we're going to add the flour. So add 1/3 of the flour, and we'll mix it in. I wish I had one of those spatula things. I always forget to get one when I go to the store. This is going to get really thick. And I do it like I'm following the instructions because I did it the first time that way. And these muffins came out like cake. They were so good. So I figured I'd try it again. 1/3. And this is going to be thicker than a cake batter, which I appreciate because then you don't make such a mess when you're putting it in the muffin tin. And the rest of the flour there. This is a bit of a workout because this this batter is very thick, but it's going to thin out. And it's funny because the original recipe, this is kind of like my recipe, because the original recipe called for milk. And although I have milk, I didn't have milk when I made the first batch, and I used yogurt and water. And I liked the way that came out, so I'm going to do it again. Okay. Half a cup of yogurt. So what I am going to do is I'll let that hang off since that's not dripping. And I will scoop my yogurt into here. And that's about a half cup right there. Plop that in. And put this on the top. And there we go. And mix this in really good. And a half cup of water. Let me just put the water in first. And we'll pour that in. These muffins are going to be so good. Oh, I know what I forgot. It calls for vanilla, but I don't have any vanilla. And I have just a little bit of cinnamon left. So I'm going to throw that in there. That actually should have been mixed in with the flour. But I'm going to mix this so well that there's going to be no doubt that it got evenly distributed. Yeah, I think it's because of the yogurt that they came out so moist. And they were buttery because of the extra butter that I put in there by mistake. Oh, my connection's too slow again. Let's see. There. There we go. Now it looks all mixed in. What do you think? Can you see it? Yeah. And then I'm going to add a cup of blueberries. And the original recipe actually was for blueberries, but I didn't have blueberries at the time. So I used the whole cranberry sauce, or the cranberry sauce with whole cranberries, and it was so yummy. There we go. I think that's mixed in good enough. And now I'm going to take this muffin pan Ooh. I was about to oil the muffin pan with water. Now that would have been a disaster. Hey, Mary, we're making blueberry muffins here. They were supposed to be cranberry muffins, but I couldn't find any of the whole cranberry sauce or the cranberry sauce with whole berries. Couldn't find any of that at the store. So we're using blueberry muffins, which the original recipe called for. But I kind of liked it with the, no, they're not new glasses. These are actually my favorite pair of glasses because I can see the best out of these. The others that I was wearing was, they were store glasses, reading glasses. But these are my actual prescription, and they're good. It's funny, I lose glasses all the time, regardless of whether they're prescription or dollar store glasses. I just can never hold on to them. Oops. I'm going to fill these. And actually, I'll probably have to do this twice. Because the first time I made it, I have the recipe because I didn't know how they were going to turn out. And I was supposed to cook these on Shay's channel today. I don't know what happened. I think we just got our signals crossed. And I had everything all prepared and ready, so I figured I'd come in and make them anyway. My butter was melted because I forgot to leave it out to soften. So I'm like, oh, I might as well use it. So I'll have to bake these 2 times. I mean, I'll have to put, because I don't have another muffin tin, so that's okay. And I don't think you're supposed to fill them all the way up, but I did. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. I put it in for 20 minutes, but I'll check it when it starts smelling good. I'll check it. Yeah, I try to be versatile, and I love baking. I actually used to bake cakes and sell them in my neighborhood when I lived in Hoboken, and that was pretty good. Oh, and another thing that I'm going to make on the channel is rum balls. I used to sell rum balls too. And I would dip mine in chocolate, and I would make all different flavors. I had a salted caramel rum ball. I had a spiced cake rum ball. I had a double chocolate rum ball, which was the chocolate cake with the chocolate chips inside. What else? I think that was it, just those 3 flavors. And I used to make a killing because I would make them around the holiday season, and then I would like go around the neighborhood to all the places, the establishments that I frequented, and I would give them a sample. And they would, oh, wow, that's great. That's really great. One of my daughters, the only one of my kids, my son can cook, except I've never tasted his cooking because I was saying before that he acts like he's allergic to the kitchen. Once he got home, he cooked for himself for 4 years, and now he doesn't touch the kitchen. He wakes me up and tells me he's hungry. Oh, but my other daughter, she's a really good cook, and one thing that she does really, really well is that she bakes bread. She's a fantastic bread maker. She oh, he meant Jazzy, yeah. Um, and she can make her own gluten-free flour. I mean, she grinds up all the different things and puts it together, and it is the best. It makes the best bread. Oh my goodness. She made a Japanese milk bread once, and I'm dying for her to make it again. She's made it again in her apartment, but she's never made it here again. I just want to see her make it one more time, and then I can make it myself. You know, because sometimes just a recipe is enough, and I'm not really a bread baker, so I need a little guidance. Oh, yeah, and they're right next to each other too, so that's an easy mistake to make. I mean, I do things like that, and also I say that I type dyslexically because if that's a word, because I will type and the fingering the letter, but I'll do it on the opposite hand. Drives me crazy. Ooh, cobblers. I used to make a good peach cobbler. I saw this guy make it once. He lived in Milwaukee. I was visiting, and I came home and I made it, and it was like tasted the same. But I don't remember. I know he used Bisquick for his cobbler, and I know they have a gluten-free Bisquick, but I don't remember how to make that cobbler. I really don't. This is close to me. I think I'd be able to see without my glasses. Just have to let my eyes adjust. But yeah. I love cobblers. Do you make all kinds? You don't just make peach, do you? Because I've been seeing these recipes for all kinds of cobbler, and I'm like, wow, that sounds good. Yeah. I think I would like an apple cobbler with some ice cream on top. Now you got me thinking about desserts. Yeah, I used to make a good carrot cake too. And I hated grating the carrots. I think this was before food processors. And my brother loved my carrot cake. So he and his wife would grate the carrots, bring them to me, and I would make a cake and give them half. I got to keep half the cake. So that used to be fun. Yeah. What else did I make? Oh, coconut pies and pecan pies. I wanna make a pecan pie. I might try that sometime next week because I just read that they're easy to freeze. Like you freeze them and then you thaw them out and it tastes the same supposedly. So we'll have to see if that's true. But yeah, I haven't had pecan pie in a while. I'm not really a sweet eater too much anymore. I used to love sweets, but oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out, Mary. I'm gonna check it out. because I love a good cobbler. Yeah. Ooh, does anybody remember how long the? No, I'll smell it. I'll smell it when it's close to done. You have pecan pie for Thanksgiving? Oh, wow. That's so nice. And you know what I don't remember how to make, and I used to make a really good one, is crust. I used to make a really good crust, and I just don't remember how to do it. Yeah, my biscuits aren't as good. And I'm talking about gluten-free biscuits too. My biscuits aren't as good as they used to be. And I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is that I'm lazy. I don't fool around with things enough. You know, they're almost as good as they used to be. And I'm just talking like a couple of years ago. I used to make fantastic biscuits. In fact, one of my daughter's friends, she would come over and she would eat all the biscuits. Oh, hey, that's my daughter, Star Magic Tarot and Intuitive Guidance. Yeah, I did it, but I don't know. Maybe I haven't been using cold water. That could be it. And you know what? I was using my daughter's flour. That could be it too. I'm going to have her make me some flour. I need that flour in my life. Yeah. So my daughter does. No, I didn't mess up the muffins. Oh my goodness. The muffins are going to come out great. Um, Now you made me forget what I was going to say. Maybe that was it. I think I wasn't using cold water. In fact, I know I wasn't using cold water. So I have to try it again. Because I guess the butter, when you put the cold water in it, that kind of makes it like a butter block because it hardens the butter back up that you smashed into the flour. So yeah, that's probably what makes it flaky. Hmm. Yeah, I'll try it again, but I want that flour. I'm gonna bug her for that flour. Um, yeah, I was gonna say my daughter, she reads tarot cards and she makes candles, but her candles are like she uses stones and essential oils and herbs, and they're intentional candles. You set your intentions with them. You could use them for meditating, just relaxing, anything. And they're really pretty. They're beautiful. Yeah, she has an Etsy shop. Oh, not only that, she was, let's see, she was featured in the Huffington Post. Um, and somebody did a podcast with her, and she's going to be in Ebony magazine for the holiday, which they really should have come out with in November, if you ask me. But I'm thinking that it might. Do you think it's going to be out this week? Yeah, I just said you read tarot cards, but the Ebony article. Oh, no problem. But when is the Ebony article coming out? Oh my goodness. Did you go looking for me on Shay's channel? Oh, you don't know? It should be soon though, because Christmas is like, a little whiles away. They're starting to smell good. I'm going to go check them. Oh no, what is this? No idea. Nope, not yet. Almost. They are almost ready. And they're smelling good. They smell so buttery. All that extra butter. Oh, thanks. I have to do it though. I haven't really done it. I cut it. I trimmed it because it was really scraggly and looking thin and, you know. But thank you. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. I realized that. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe how buttery they smell. And I smell the cinnamon, whereas I would have smelled I would have smelled the vanilla, but I didn't have vanilla, so I substituted cinnamon and it smells good. And I think cinnamon will go really nice with the blueberries. Yeah. And with the cranberry sauce, I really didn't need anything because that flavored it up enough. And they were so pretty, that red. And you break them open. Next time. I'll find them next time. But originally these are supposed to be blueberry muffins anyway, so. Okay, my dear. She's my mother now, telling me what to do. Mm. Okay, I think that's on silent. But those notifications, they ding anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, at least you don't have to smell them. Yeah. And they smell really good. I'm sorry. What happened? Oh. Ah. No, don't want to do that. Yeah, I know. You could smell them already. Sorry. I'm quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. Let me just go all the way down. Too many people. Oh, Muffy. I haven't seen Muffy in a while. Has anybody seen Muffy around? I haven't seen her in a while. I hope she's okay. There. Yeah. Do you think they're ready now? Yeah, I think those notifications still ding when they come in, though. I'm going to go check. and see if the muffins are ready. Oh, they're still not ready, huh? I brought back the plate to put the muffins on. Unsalted butter, roughly chopped and chilled. Half a cup of sour. Oh, I put sour cream in the muffins. And that was my idea. Full fat, of course. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put sour cream. I put yogurt. But full fat, yeah. But sour cream is good. Chilled water by the teaspoon. As this. Okay, I'm gonna try that. That sounds good, Mary. Definitely gonna try that. I could taste those biscuits now. Mmm. That sour cream is a nice touch. I like that. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, this is so difficult for me. I just have no self control. I really don't. Oh, there was more. Let me look. Let me scroll up. Oh, okay. Oh, xanthan gum. Yeah, she puts xanthan gum in her flour when she makes it. Baking powder, teaspoon of kosher salt. Six. Okay, wait, let me read this again. 3/4 teaspoons of xanthan gum. Okay. Um, quarter teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 6 tablespoons of 84. What? What is the 6 tablespoons, Mary? Oh, of butter. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's how you get the buttery, flaky pie crust. Okay, I'm gonna try that too. Thank you. Because I usually go to Whole Foods and get their gluten-free pie crust, but I'm not traveling anywhere now. Not going too far. Okay, I heard you. I heard you. And they're done. I'm going to get a knife to see if I can loosen them. And get them out so I could put that other batch in. Oh my goodness, these smell so good. I should wait until they cool a bit. Oh no, that was the oven. That was the oven. Yeah, telling me that they were done. Oh, no, it looks like they're already pretty loose. I just don't want to break them because they're hot. But I'm also anxious to get the other batch in. And I hope my son doesn't smell them, because he'll be out here in a minute if he does. I'm using my sweater as oven mitts. That's bad, I know. Ooh, look at that. It's so hot. It's steaming. Ah. Here's another one. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, oh my goodness. This girl, I'm going to tell a secret about you. When she first moved out to California, her first birthday out there, she called me and she's like, will you send me a flourless chocolate cake for my birthday? So I said, okay. And, you know, flourless chocolate cake is pretty dense. So it was a little pricey sending it to her. But, you know, my firstborn, it was her birthday. She was out in California all by herself. This girl started eating the cake in her car. Yeah, amazing. But I had a friend that did that too. My friend Yolanda. Ooh, she I made a key lime pie and she had never tasted. Ooh, I'm breaking this one. She had never tasted key lime pie before. And it was just a slice, but it was a healthy slice. So I give her the pie. She goes downstairs and she calls me immediately. She goes, oh, that pie was so good. Like, what do you mean? You're home already? She goes, no, I just ate it in my car. Oh, too much. Let's see. This one's ready. Okay, now I have blueberries. And I'm about to stain this cloth because I'm just going to wipe it out. And blueberries, I know, stain. But it's okay. I just won't ever use this one again on television. Oh, yeah. That would have been much easier and I wouldn't have burned my fingers. Yes, indeedy. And shake this out over the garbage. I'll just soak it really well. Now, place this on top. Add a little more oil to this pan. And then when I put these in the oven, we'll taste them. I say we, but I know it's only me. It's okay. Not a problem. Oh, you know what I have to make? Ooh, that sounds good. See, and now I'm smelling that. And I don't even eat chicken, but chicken and rice. I still haven't made that the thing with the beans on top that you made. The hash. And I said I was gonna do it with fish. Let me just fill these all. Yeah, I still haven't made that. I have to make it. Were there blueberries in that one? I don't think so. I need some blueberries in there. Oops. Ooh. This one's going to be there. A little messy. And a little bit more over here. Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting. Was he healthy? And I'm assuming that he was Catholic because my father ate fish on Friday too. But he ate meat, but Friday was fish. Yeah. And now I know that 20 minutes is the magic number. So that's cool. Hey, kicking it with Nat. Yeah, with Nat. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on. Shay, hey, what happened? I made the muffins anyway. And I didn't make cranberry. And I told you, I looked at what I wrote to you and I said cranberry sauce, but I meant cranberry sauce with the whole berries. But they didn't have any in the store, so I had some blueberries in the refrigerator. So I made it with blueberries. And look at that. Look at that. Pull it back a little bit. And now I'll taste it. It's like so tender. These are good. And they're buttery. I realized the first time I made it, I have the recipe, but I forgot to have the butter, and that's why they came out so buttery. They are good. And I put yogurt in the recipe called milk, but I didn't have any milk at the moment. So I use yogurt. They're very moist. They're like cake, you know, just not as sweet. Muffins don't have to be as sweet as cake. Otherwise, they'd be cakes. I like them with the cranberry sauce better because that has that little tartness to it. I have to figure out how to make using the same muffin base. I want to figure out how to make lemon poppy seed muffin. Now, when anybody bakes, do they put lemon juice in the batter, or do they just use the lemon zest rather? So my mother used to put a little juice in the batter. To wipe my hands. I really can't eat any more of these because I'll eat them all. I have to hide them from my son. These are good. Do you remember Benny Tadino's? It was this pizza shop in our old neighborhood in Hoboken, and this guy served wait a second. Both I use both what? Yogurt and or cranberries and blueberries. Oh no, the lemon, the zest and the lemon juice. Okay. Okay. Now I have to put my glasses back on. Yeah. That's how my son is. He devours them. Okay, I'll see you later. Oh, you know what? This is my daughter's hat. We all had them. I had a white one, she had a red one, and my son had a black one. With his locks, he can't fit anything on his head now. And she left hers here, and I can't find my white one. I love these because they keep your head so warm, and I was a little chilly today. So I put it on. Lemon juice. Yeah, I figured that out. But wait, before you go, do you remember Benny Tadino's? Nah, that's okay. Go. It's all right. Anyway, this man, my son's a little husky, and he was trying to compete with some of the stores in the neighborhood. Oh, it's 30 degrees. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It must be pretty here. I check. I don't go outside, so I don't check the weather. But what was I going to say? Benny Tadino's. I don't remember. Oh yeah, my son. My son's a little husky, and he was in middle school then. And this guy, the guy that owned the pizza shop, he was like, "Can your mom cook?" This is like, "Yeah, she can cook." He said, "Can she make bagels?" He goes, "She probably can." And I know the only reason why he asked was because my son was chunky. But he wanted me to make bagels in his shop for the morning so that he could compete with the coffee shops in the neighborhood. Yeah. Did you finish wrapping your? Oh, is that what happened to you today? You were finishing up your wrapping. Yeah, I saw all those when I called you last night. I saw all those gifts, and I don't think you had begun to wrap them yet. But I see you got a lot done. I checked out your Instagram. See, I wanted to eat another one. I'm just gonna like push this away because I don't need to do that. I can save them for tomorrow. Yeah, these were good. And I like it. I use gluten-free corn flour, and I kind of like that because it gives it a nice crunch around the edges. And I like that because it's so tender, like cake, and then but you have that crunch around the edges. That makes it really yummy. Because I have something for a crunch. I love a good crunch. Yeah. So I guess you don't really have to wait for the other part of the batch. Thanks everybody for coming in. But I'm gonna let go now and make yourself some muffins. They're really good. And yeah, if you don't remember the recipe and you don't want to watch the whole live again, of course I make stews. Yes. Oh my goodness. I love a good stew. Do you ever have fish stew? I do. Oh, did you see that stew that I made with eggplant? It's like I don't know if it's Dominican. It might be. It's with the eggplant and tomatoes and onion and garlic. And you saute everything and kind of like stew it down. And it's good over rice. Oh my goodness. Well, any stew is good over rice. That goes without saying. But I've stewed fish also. Um, Fish in coconut milk with curry powder and, of course, the usual onions and garlic. That's good too. Yes, stews and soups. Oh, I have to make a split pea soup. Oh my goodness, I love split pea soup. And I don't use oh, you never have fish stew? You gotta have it. You gotta I'll make that so you can see I usually use like a blue fish, like a meaty fish, you know, the ones that come in like a steak with little to no bones, but I cut it off the bone before I put it in. And gumbo, yes. I haven't made gumbo in oh, I think before my son was born, or maybe just when he was born. No, it had to be before he was born because I put chicken. I wasn't eating pork and I didn't know Beyond Meat wasn't around. Because I would love to make a gumbo now. But I had shrimp, I had fish, and I believe I put chicken in there too. But now I would make a fish gumbo, but I would use Beyond sausage in there too, because that stuff is good. Um, yeah. And I remember there was this one guy, because you know how gumbo is like brown and and I made this big pot. I went to a Christmas party and I made this big pot of gumbo. And people were like coming around, they were getting there, fixing their plates and stuff. And they would open my pot and they would look at it and they would close it. And I felt bad. I'm like, oh wow, nobody's eating my gumbo. And I was eating it, but they figured out, well, you made it. Of course you're gonna eat it. And there was this one cop Well, it was because the party was given by these two lawyers that I knew. It was a couple. And so they had police officers and judges and, you know, and this one cop came over and he opened the pot. And then he looked at me. He said, "Is that gumbo?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Don't tell anybody." And this man ate this whole pot of gumbo. He said that he kept going back and going back. And I'm like, your stomach is gonna bust because it was a big pot. But yeah. And then I left the pot there because I figured I would, I cooked the gumbo. I brought it there, and it was a nice pot. This was one of the pots that I got when I first got married. So that woman kept my pot. I kept asking her for my pot, and she never gave it to me. She kept my pot, but that's okay. Those pots were actually they got to be too heavy for me because I have weak wrists, and I was always dislocating my wrist. So she could have it. Well, my mother, she was good for that. It's like she would send things over to the church and she send it in a dish or, a Tupperware or something. And I remember one time she sent a cake to the church. They were having some function. So she sends her cake and they gave her back a different pan. Now, there were three things that my mother spent good money on: her shoes, her pocketbooks, and her baking pans. She was livid. So the next time she sent she sent something over to the church. And she's like, "And you tell them, don't give me somebody else's pan again. I want my own pan back. Make sure they keep an eye on my pan and you make sure that I get it back." Because I didn't look at it. They put the pan in a bag and I brought it home, But they never made that mistake again. Yeah, she kept the pot. She kept the pot. It was an expensive pot, too. She kept it. It's all right. I'm over it. It just ran across my mind. But yeah, my mother didn't fool around with her baking pans and her Tupperware. It's like, no. So funny. Things that people get particular. I was supposed to be getting off. What am I still doing here? Anyway, Jazzy, thank you again. And thank you everybody for coming in. And I'll see you around in these YouTube seats. I'm supposed to come back and make the apple cider tonight. And I want to do that because it's really good. I don't know if I will though, because I feel like I want to take a nap now. But yeah. I'll see you around. If I don't see you later tonight, I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Take it easy and thanks again.